with that particular project, my view was simply that everybody was sitting down going, like, what can we do to, like, generate excitement for the neighborhood? And they're kind of going, let's do a boarded up building project. And I'm going, like, oh, boarded up building projects, It's like people smelling flowers in windows, Venetian blind paintings. And then there's an opportunity there. So it's just, that particular project just started with me going, like, mind if I, like, invite some people to do it? Like, work with you on it? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So, started emailing people, like, and this is actually one of my first email projects, too. You want to stick something on a building, there's no budget, you got a 5-week turnaround, and it's in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, you send it to, go, like, yeah, I'm totally into it. So about 15 people, I'm going, like, just getting kind of, like, large. And I'm going, like, Jim, should I just curate this? And he's like, yeah, go for it, I don't care. So, and the community doesn't care. Like, that was the whole thing. It's like the community is willing for anything to go up, right? They totally were all right with it. So, in that case, it's the same as, like, the artscape kind of thing. It's basically like, what you're saying to the artist is, this is the community. You can place this piece there. Whatever interaction occurs. If you offend them and they throw paint on it, that's what occurs. If you do this, that's what occurs. We will install whatever you put there as long as it's not going to, cause physical damage to somebody. No physical hurting allowed, but any emotional hurting, we don't really care. But understand that the community has a right to react to it. Yeah, it's actually really, and actually, what's really interesting is what happens usually is the neighbor walks out and looks at it and goes, "Ah, that's really interesting. Thanks for putting that in our community." It was like the standard. And it was like, it wasn't like
somebody's paying attention to us.
Right, yeah. And it was like, somebody that had like Q-tips glued to a piece of pegboard. It wasn't like it was,
There's a lot of thought out stuff. I remember the bags of trash.
Right, yeah.
That were, just
rustling
stuff
in the wind,
collected
right?
from the neighborhood and put into like little Ziploc bags and stayed on the door.
Yeah, it was just the trash from the vacant lot next to it,
Yeah.
So yeah, and they were totally into that. I was like, yeah, this is like totally cool. I'm really glad that you care. Glad that there's interaction, which is kind of the glory. Which is another reason why actually artists like to go into neighborhoods that are perceived as dangerous and such, because everybody's a lot more open to free thought.